Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So today is Valentine's Day, obviously 14th of February. Big move off the bottom, as I expected yesterday. It didn't look like we were going to fall. We're basically looking for a rejection higher up. Didn't quite get the rejection off any of these tails, and this is the one. So I'm going to adjust this level here. That was the one we were expecting, which is 4113. And now we're basically heading to 4150 at the moment, 4146. Trend line is in play. You might as well just put the channel in. That's what it is. It is a channel. Could very well be a flag. So we've got CPI coming out. CPI is today, I think. Just double check that for us. And I think CPI today, and we've got a couple of bits of data coming out in Europe. We've got retail sales and core sales. Retail sales tomorrow. And today, CPI is today. And we've got two FOMC members speaking as well this afternoon. So we've got a couple of bits and pieces of British data. I think today is going to be another one of those days. Well, today and tomorrow is going to be another one of those days as we all wait in anticipation for a big stock market crash, which doesn't come. So anyway, at the moment, as far as I'm concerned, we're top of channel. Could be a flag, but it's only a flag once we break through here. And the level that I'm looking for would be 41.46. So just moving down through the time frames, you can see on the 3 hour, didn't really sort of close the gap, but I was expecting us to sort of have another attempt down here of a bounce one of these. Didn't quite happen. Got back to the top of the channel. Oscillators are now grouping. We've got a haven't got a crossover, but it's basically pointing up again, so we never really crossed down. So it was never in a downward trend, as I said yesterday. What we're looking for now is to see if we can break some structure or find some support. So that's kind of what we're looking for. In other words, we're looking for an opportunity to buy. So we do have a gap here. That is a logical area, 4113. You can probably round that off to 4100. Look for a pullback to that space, and then you're looking for another attempt at this trend line, and then eventually a break of the trend line. You also have potential for 4146 to give way. We do have a gap here, but I think that's closed now. Nope, it's still open. Let's double check that. Just give me 1 second. Yep, that's definitely still open, ever so slightly. So you've got a little gap to the upside. You've got a trend line to the upside. And you've got data coming out, and you're in a big flag position. So make of it what you want at the moment, I suppose. But at the 15-minute chart, just have a look here. So yesterday, when we were doing the video looking at this potential area of rejection, it didn't happen, came up, sort of got to the gap, built a base here, inside bar, wasn't off much structure, if you look to the left. And then there was probably a better setup. Not really. So this would have been the next level here, but it did come back to this point and move up. So there are gaps. There's a little gap down there, and nothing further down I don't see. Nope. So there is a gap here, and then obviously the hour gap, but it doesn't look like an hour gap on the lower time frames, but it's definitely there as well. Buyers did come in here at 41.20 for some reason. Look at the oscillators. Look what's happening here. So typically I would normally say just wait for CPI data and see where that takes us. But I think if you've got the opportunity to jump in on a trade and it gets moving, I would take it, and I would just move my stop up and probably just take my trade out just before CPI data comes out. So that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. So long as we're above the moving averages, we are trending up. So long as the oscillators have crossed over or are grouped to the downside, and we're coming off support, that is the opportunity to buy. So at the moment, there's obviously no structure here. You probably try and find something in the mess that we've got here. So let's just add some things. There is a little bit of structure there. There is some more there. I'm not going to go too far back, so we'll keep it there. So I think this one here looks like a fairly decent level, 41.26, 41.27 area. And then obviously we got the gap down here. So moral of my story today is quite simple on the S&P. If we do pull back onto, well, we have pulled back here and we have bounced, but I'd wait for the Europe Open for this one. So this is the first level I'd be paying attention to, 41.32, then definitely 41.26. If that gives way, then I'd be waiting at 41.13, and I'd go as far as waiting at 4100. It's 4107. Tiny little gap here is 4103, and then there's another little gap down here. Let's just look at that on the hour. Yeah, look at that zone of support there. So worst case scenario is, or best case scenario should I rather say, is all the way down here, because that'll ease off the oscillators tremendously for us. Alternatively, this was a strong move up yesterday. We're going to consolidate a little bit and we're going to break up. And all this means is somebody knows what all the data releases are this week. They're already putting their positions in. And as far as I'm concerned, that still looks like a flag. We need to drop below the lows of last week before we can even start thinking of, we need to drop and retest it before we can even start thinking of a move down. So trend is up, you're looking to buy, you're just looking to buy off support. Yesterday was a big move that we couldn't catch, in all honesty. You can see on the hour there, up, we've got a crossover, so you're now looking for support. If we can get the support and stay above the moving averages on the hour, that gives us a fairly decent setup, and what we're looking for, is a couple of days of an uptrend. That's what we're basically looking for right now. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view. Don't want to be jumping in here just yet. Get down to the 15 minutes or even the lower if you've got that time, and you're looking for support of structure and you're looking to buy. And if you look at it on the 5 minute, you'll see each one of these tails here could offer support. So that is kind of the view that I've got. And if you look at this one here, there wasn't really a decent retest. You can see below it, above it, below it. Never really tested it. So that does make a lot of sense. 41.26, 41.27 being the opportunity to jump in on this. It'll probably just form a big range until the data comes out, but there is that possibility that it breaks up. So anyway, that's kind of my view. Pull back onto support. I'm looking to buy. As soon as we get going, move the stop to entry and take profits or close a trade 10, 15 minutes before, or even half an hour before the data comes out. That's probably the safest bet. That's kind of the way I'll trade this today. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.